Is it Thursday night already? I think that means it's time for the Player 4 podcast. Hello, I am Tristan from Rooster Teeth website. I am Masshalogear there.
I am Alex, a.k.a. Chaos Black 21.
And so I can say it like Tristan said his, Jay Dunlap I am, on Rooster Teeth website.
Oh, there. It's Yoda.
There you go. I was just thinking, I didn't know there was any more in your introduction. I am Stuart on the Rooster Teeth website. I am Masshalogear.
And he is the newest member of the Player 4 podcast. We decided to replace Haley.
Don't spread lies.
Already we've got controversy. It's like, yes and no. It's like I'm being pulled in all directions. It's like, yes and no. I just want to be let go.
So, Stuart, a.k.a. Masshalogear, do you play video games?
I play a lot of video games.
Perhaps Mass Effect, or Halo, or Gears of War?
It's funny you mention that. It's almost like I play a lot of Portal, but I just don't reference it.
Mass Portal Gear?
That's the
I
irony
just
of
don't
his
know
name.
what's real anymore.
He made his name out of games he didn't play at all.
He's never played them, actually.
My first name on the website was Shellballs, because I play a lot of Portal and FIFA, so I was going to be called Shellballs, and then I decided that was probably too rude, so I was actually Masshalogear.
I would have just assumed that was all a footy reference.
But you also had Stuart on the site.
I thought he used to be Stuart.
I still have that profile in my friends list. And I just click it, and I click it, and it just says this person's not here.
I do exist. I don't, but I do. I'm kind of there, but I'm not there. I'm always there with you. I'm just somewhere else.
While we explore your existential crisis, would you like to introduce our first segment with your stellar accent?
And another thing.
And another thing.
And another thing.
And a fluffy thing.
So, Tristan, are you going to say your thing?
What thing did I have?
That you thought was great last week and the whole episode was perfect?
Yeah.
I'm trying to avoid it. I don't want to bring Alex's dreams to... I thought last week was great, and I wouldn't change a thing.
Thank you. You don't even have to mean it. Just say it so that we can later put it all together.
Is this like when Ray used to have to shout "Let's play"?
Yeah, pretty much.
To the point where it's like, no, you have a recording of me saying it.
Ooh, last week was great. I wouldn't change a thing.
That was awesome. I liked that. That was awesome.
Now we can begin the podcast, right?
No, like seriously, does anyone have anything for last week? We were talking about Minecraft. We were talking about why Masshalogear and Haley should not live together, and then we delved into whether or not you should go see the Avengers: Age of Ultron.
That's right. I went to see it, and we talked about it, and we said you should probably go see it.
So I guess last week was great.
Last week was awesome.
Maybe we're just getting better to the point where we're not making mistakes like we usually did.
No, I think we're just not arguing enough.
Or perhaps we're just not doing our research anymore.
No, I just think that we were in agreement last week, but we need more conflict. So, Stuart, you want to argue with everything we say? That's great, because then we'll bring it up next week. Talk about how much of a jerk you are.
I do have the right accent for an argument, because everything I say is, of course, cultural.
Just say it nice, slow, and concise, and you're just going to sound like you're right.
I mean, I could try and sound like Nigel Thornberry. It's like, oh, yes, indeed. And then every argument's an automatic win in my book. It's like, oh yes, I indeed win. King takes queen. Thank you.
You sound like Buzz Killington. It was quartered on the port side.
Brits are always right. Is that what we're going for now? If you're a Brit, you're right. That's just
and
you automatically
another time
win.
Brits were right.
And another time England won.
And another time England actually used to be good at something. Used to.
Man.
That just got real.
Yeah.
Well, he's allowed to say
because he's English, you could say.
I did a self-burn.
So since I guess there's nothing for and another thing, I just watched a Screen Junkies clip where Hal Rudnick went to England to talk to the guys that were on the Kingsman.
Kingsman. Oh, right.
How did that go?
A movie I haven't seen yet.
It had potential. It was funny, and then he just kept making Austin Powers references for comedy, and it just stopped being funny.
Oh, no.
To the point that, like, a PR guy had to ask him, stop making Austin Powers references.
Was it one of those moments though where he backed up into an alleyway and he couldn't get out because he couldn't do the 3-point turn? He was like,
That is a good scene, actually. No, it was he was at a museum for the Kingsman props and everything, and a lady was talking, and he kept making references to Austin Powers, and nobody was really reacting, and then a guy pulled him up to the side, and you kind of see mouthing of "Stop making Austin Powers references."
Oh dear!
It got really awkward.
Oh no!
It is one of those movies, Austin Powers. It's one of those movies where at first it's great when you watch it, but when people start quoting it, you're like, "Yeah, that got old 5 years ago." I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a thing that they said in that movie. Yeah, you're right. That is something they said.
I haven't watched Austin Powers in a long time, but I remember enjoying it, and I feel like if I watched it now, it'd still be funny. But I can understand how constant quoting of just about anything gets old pretty fast.
The only quote I find funny that I could bring up and it would be funny is the whole "zip it." Oop, nope, zip it. There's a problem. You got to zip it. Because that has a context.
That was a preemptive and I've got a whole bag of with your name on it, mister.
See, there's a context for bringing up that quote. The rest of them are just kind of left field.
Mm.
Oh, that's an American reference. Sorry. Stuart, we have a game called baseball.
Don't they have a left field in cricket? I mean...
that's you got onside and offside.
Well, we have a game called baseball. It's like cricket. The bats are smaller, and they throw the balls faster, and there's an infield and an outfield, and in the outfield, you're either right field, which is behind first base, or your center field, or your left field, and that's behind third base.
Well, this is all crazy talk. Give me onside, offside, leg point, guardian, slip, and third man any day of the week.
But when someone says out of left field, they just mean that it's random.
Oh, okay.
Basically,
Sweet.
Baseball is like cricket, but better.
Oh
no!
To be fair, you're talking about how the balls are being pitched faster. I faced a guy
because you don't they have to bounce them off the ground first in cricket?
You can still get a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. There's a guy in cricket. This is going to be a really throughout name. No one's going to heard of this. His name was Shoaib Akhtar. He was called the Wild Rindi Express from Pakistani. He bowled a 100-mile-an-hour cricket ball at one point. He bowled a 100-mile-an-hour. I was like, Jesus Christ, that's worked. He bowled it at 100 miles an hour. I was like, yeah, nope. I'm not facing that anytime soon. I'm like, I'm done. Bye.
See, now the Brits combining sports on us. Are we talking about baseball or bowling?
Bowling? What?
Oh, bowling's so good too. So
yeah,
I like
bowling's
bowling.
good.
I'll
tell you what, when we're done bowling, I can take you to go play bowls.
Bowls?
No, I want to play bowling.
Okay, you do bowling then.
We can play good old-fashioned billiards.
Oh,
billiards good.
Pool, billiards, snooker. Oh yes. Oh, quite the charm. Give me a cue, Jeeves.
Now he's just trying to blow our minds.
Once he starts saying things like chaffed and chuffed, then I'm going to get totally lost.
Just don't gaff it.
Oh, no. No.
Pull a diggy-doo.
A diggy-doo. Okay, Stuart, you run a podcast.
I do indeed.
That is you and a guest, always.
It is. I was about to say, you could always call it Community One-on-One. That's a good point. Hang on, while I'm here, Alex, wasn't I meant to have you on the show at one point?
Yeah, like way back.
Yeah, like a year ago.
You asked me, and I was like, "Well, I don't have a good enough mic yet," which now I think I do, and I do have Audacity. So, I mean, we can schedule something up sometime.
And it's clear that you have Skype.
Yes.
I'm not sure about that one.
No, I think he's actually... This is a phone call. This is an intervention. Alex, you need to get Skype on your PC.
I'll look into it, guys.
Get rid of the rotary telephone. I'm sorry, that's his internet connection.
He's going to as far as submarine underwater with Morse code at the moment in time.
Oh no, I think he's sending SOS. He must be underwater with the rest of Texas.
I'm actually communicating with you guys with smoke signals. I have a fire going.
Oh, Stuart, you're going to get this. He's only typing SOS because he's from Liverpool.
Oh!
I thought that was clever.
I thought that was quite clever too. I thought that was quite clever. I'm impressed with that one. That's very good.
I'm thinking that I think it's clever because I have no clue what the heck's going on.
Don't worry about it.
Has to go with the team or something, right?
Just after the last weekend, I think Liverpool should Just go underground for a little bit and pretend it has a football team. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Oh, snap.
Well, I'm a Chelsea guy, so...
well, you must be very happy then.
When I actually pay attention to them and watch them, then yeah.
There you go.
So tell us about Community 101.
So, yeah, I'll certainly try to. Community 101 is basically the idea that I love talking to people and socializing with people. So, of course, being someone who's always, dreamt of being behind a microphone for a living, it made sense that if I was ever going to do a podcast, it was going to be getting to know people. So I decided one day to start this community show where basically I get to know people and the people listening to the show get to know everyone involved too. So Community 101 is I get a guest. Say I take Alex on the show one day and I quiz him about his community background, how he found the website, the groups he uses, and we basically cover RVB or like RT in general. And we also talk about his life outside the site. And basically, instead of shifting through 50 pages of journals, because that's a lot, just listen to a 30-minute show. You get to know the guy. And if you like what you hear, you get something to carry on a conversation with. Because you're like, oh man, I really like that too. Tappity tap 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 on your keyboard. And yeah, you get to be friends after that. And that's what I like about the show. It's like, hey, here's this guy. He gets to explain himself. If you like it, send him a friend request and get to know your fellow community members. That's Community 101 in a nutshell.
That was the sound of typing on a keyboard.
Tappy tap 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 tap.
It could be a typewriter.
It could.
It's typing with an accent.
That's a tippity tip 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 tip.
Tippity tip pip.
There you go. Tippity tip 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 tip. And then ka-ching at the end of it. And then you're good. Yeah, you got to get the ka-ching.
Slam.
But yeah, you've gone for quite a bit with this Community 101. How many episodes have you hit now?
Probably 38 too many for some people. It's about 37, 38 episodes now. But then again, I took a 3-month break from doing it. And then when I came back to the website, I was still unsure about doing it again. So I took a 2-month, then I took a 1-month break. Then I came back, I did a couple of episodes. No one was available to record. So I took another break from it. That was only like 2 weeks, and I'm back to recording again. So I've missed out like 5 and a months worth of 5.5 months. I can't speak.
All that British slang. 5 and a hump.
5 and a hump.
Yeah. Hump day is every month, so therefore every 5.5 humps you get a month.
Well, see, America's already better. We get hump day every week.
There you go. So America has how many months in a year? You can get like double 4 times as many months.
There you go.
There you go. Not geology, whatever. Whatever.
Still
it's
can't
math.
talk.
Math. Can't talk.
Math sucks.
Math is the worst.
Yes, it is.
Apparently, language is the worst too.
Language.
Nah.
Can I have a shirt where it's just? Can I have It's just it just says language is the worst. Up, like that. Someone transcribe that.
I want to spell all the stuttering.
You have to put this up on screen, and then when you put up on screen, once it's translated, I'll buy it where you put it on a shirt, and I'd be like, I'll just walk around town just going and people would just go, oh, it's over there, down the road, turn right, and then you'll find the fish shop, and I'm like that, and I'll be thank you, and I'll be gone.
So that's the British accent.
That's the British accent when you speak in tongue. When you speak in tongue.
We speak in tongue.
I thought it was just Northern Britain.
Why, alas.
I mean, you know what they say. America and Britain are two countries separated by a common language.
Blame Webster. That's all I have to say.
You're speaking the King's English or the Queen's English?
I don't know. Is it the moment when the Queen pulls the duvets up to her head in bed and she goes, "Look at me, Philip, I'm a stamp."
What?
I didn't think it was legal to make fun of the Queen.
No, you can't really. I'm going to go to the tower tomorrow. I'm going to get my head chopped off.
Actually,
there you go. Oh,
get a
I
picture.
now.
Do a selfie.
Yeah.
I heard a story that there was a guard who, while the Queen was on the loo, someone said, "Where's the Queen?" And he said, "Oh, she's on her throne." And then he got fired.
It's technically correct, but yeah, I think that's the true story. It's talking about interesting stories. This is gonna be a completely random thing, not related to the Queen. However, it is royally bad.
It's okay. We like random.
There you go. And it's the story that It's been told, I think it even got told in the RT podcast, but it's a story that I heard the other day, and I think it's obviously been debunked, but it's really good. The idea of the guy who turned up one day as a traffic warden, accepting money from people who parked in a specific parking place. And of course, then he went there for like 30 years and he earned money, and it was enough that he could retire. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, where's this parking attendant? They're like, we don't know of any parking attendant. Who are you talking about? We've never hired a parking attendant. This guy collected money from random people over like the course of like 30 years and just went, I'm out. Collected like a couple of million.
I actually did hear that. That is a true story.
Yeah. I love the story. Just the guy's like, hey, I'm really hard on money. What should I do? Just become a parking attendant. Is it really that easy? Yeah, just turn up one day in a uniform and a bag and you change to people.
Just to bring a chair.
Yeah, just a chair sitting there and just like, howdy. And some guy comes by and they're like, I'd like to park in
quid.
Yeah, it's about £5, please, governor. And they'd be like, all right.
I think what happened was he retired, and then they actually asked the city, well, are you going to replace this guy?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what guy?
I hadn't heard, I think I heard that on the podcast when it first came out, but I'd only just heard that story improperly since the other day. I was like, I wonder if that's true. And I was like, I had to go away and look it up, but I think it's actually been debunked. But that was a really good story. I was like, who's falls for this?
Just because, yeah, like at some point in that time frame, there would be some kind of authority, like police or something, that would come by, and I mean, I feel like they would at least know something would be up.
Guy turns up with his truncheon, and the guy just like puts his truncheon in his hand. He's just like beating. That sounds really wrong. It's just like it's like the old Benny Hill thing.
Putting his truncheon in his hand.
I guess it depends on what truncheon is.
Yeah. I'm not even going to say that bit because, well, that's a club. Yeah, the club. And you beat it in hand, you beat it in his hand. And he's like, "Oi, what's going on here, lad?" And the guy turns around, "Nothing, officer. I'm just like a regular gentleman." And the guy's like, "I don't see your war pants around here." And it's like, "I left it in my car. I gotta go now."
And then someone was like, "Oi."
Oi!
Truncheon's like the American nightstick, only wider
it
at
is
the end.
Or like a billy club.
Yeah, more like a billy club.
We gotta get him to do some voice acting.
I like his mock British accent. It's funny.
Yeah.
So I mean, that means you have to have a table reading for us then.
I don't have one for us because I didn't know to have one ready, but we are going to play Twitter games later.
I guess.
Yeah.
I might not do.
Someone
as well
got
this
really
time
excited just now.
because I have not looked at Twitter in a long time.
Good. This time you won't have an advantage.
We should really try and put up a table read. That'd be great.
When we have you on again, we will have a.
So
table
next week, I'm joking. No. I'll just
next week. I mean, you're replacing Haley, right?
That's true. That's true. And then Haley's going to become a guest.
She can be a guest. We're only
Don't worry,
joking.
Haley.
We miss Haley. We miss Haley.
We love
You're
you,
still with
Haley.
us.
Come back to the podcast. There you go.
with us in spirit.
With us in spirit. Be like my second profile.
What?
Is that going to be the name of your second profile? With us in spirit?
Yeah, with us in spirit. I've got to change the name of it.
No. See, that's not your thing to change names. It's to make new accounts.
True, I've noticed
That's
that.
true.
I mean, I was gonna say, can you ask Barbara to change the name on a closed account?
No, that's a shame, actually. They put it out the vault. And it would just be me, and all of a sudden it would be like a picture of a ghost, like Casper, and it would just say, with us in spirit.
It'll be the quickest ignored email ever.
I highly doubt that.
I would like to change the name of an account I no longer use, and which is in fact deleted.
Barbara also just replies and just go like, the fuck? That's it.
Okay, yeah. Let's play Twitter games.
Twitter games.
Twitter games.
Stuart, are you familiar with this game?
I've consumed 25 hours worth of content in the past week. You might want to refresh my memory on it.
On Twitter, there's usually like a trending game every so often that's kind of clever. They hashtag the game and then they kind of play the game, and it's usually got a clever twist on it. Sometimes it's not quite as subtle as I'd like it to be. The last time we did it, it was
Spock.
It was Spock.
It was
Spock
Spock.
and music.
Yeah,
Spock
Spock questioning
lyrics.
song lyrics, and then you have to guess what the song is.
There's a
Based on
lot.
his
There's a
criticism.
lot of really bad trends. Oh god, these are really bad.
Okay,
somebody
so
agrees with me.
this one is called Misheard Lyrics.
Oh, good. This can't possibly end badly.
So what I'm going to do first is I'll just say the misheard lyric and see if you can guess it. And if you can't, and I know the song like well enough to sing it, then I'll sing it with the misheard lyric. And then you win if you're able to guess before everyone else what the song is.
I have a terrible music knowledge, so I'm probably going to be worse than ever.
Stuart's on my team.
Yeah.
Wait, Tristan, you said you weren't going to be good at this either.
No, but you might as well.
They're hoping that combined they can beat me.
maybe together we can make one music knowledgeable person.
There was enough. Yes.
Still can't speak. 20 minutes in.
Okay, so if you are up on what is popular on YouTube in the past few years, then you'll know what this one is. But the misheard lyric is Oprah got no style.
Can you use it in a sentence?
I just did.
He's going
I know
to
the
now
song.
sing it for us.
What is the song?
None of us know.
It is Gangnam Style.
Yes, it is. Oprah got no style.
Oprah got no style.
Never heard that.
See, he's on my team. We win.
How can you mishear the actual title of the song?
Oprah Gangnam Style.
I don't know. Maybe they didn't know the title.
But you wish Stuart was on your team now, Alex.
Alex doesn't have a team.
Yo.
Okay, next one. Letter B. Yeah, letter B, letter B, letter B. Speaking words of wisdom, letter B.
Oh, I know it. I know it. I don't know the title. It's a...
Sing it.
Let it be, let it be.
No, you're supposed to sing it with the misheard lyrics.
No, I don't want to.
The misheard lyrics are stupid.
Okay, next one.
It sounds like every internet voice ever. It's like, I don't want to do that anymore.
It's also Jack voice.
It is. No, Jack's
build a house.
I don't want to do this anymore.
I'm gonna build a house.
I'll build a house.
Okay, next one.
Ooh.
If you like bean enchiladas.
If you like pina coladas. Booyah.
Yes.
I get to win one.
You win one.
I didn't even have to buzz in.
Next one. Hit me with your pet shark.
I know it.
Your best shots.
Damn it, yeah,
Yes.
Pat Benatar, yeah, hit me. Hit me with your best shot.
There's a few more.
There you go.
It's not fair to deny me of the cross-eyed bear that you gave to me.
Cross-eyed bear. Cross-eyed bear.
Okay, two more. It's the circle of strife, and it shoves us all.
The circle of life.
Yeah,
And
so
then finally, this one's obvious, but it's still funny. So, I mean, I'm going to give everyone a point for this one. Oh, Canada, our home and naked land.
This wouldn't have anything to do with our discussion last week, would it?
I do remember our discussion last week about Canada.
Oh, that's beautiful.
We were all singing the anthem that time. Nobody knew it, but we were all singing it.
And then just up the page, I'm scrolling and I tweeted 5 days ago, just hit rank 14 on Hearthstone. Take that, Sorolla. I did.
No plugging yourself.
I'm not plugging myself. It's a humble brag.
Oh, right.
Go plug yourself.
You're stupid.
Oh, I plugged it.
Have you checked your Twitter in a while?
Do I
Uh-oh.
do I have a Twitter account?
I think we mentioned it on the podcast, but
I forgot.
Yeah, remember when we were giving away all Tristan's information?
Yeah, I remember that. I have not checked my Twitter. Should I have checked my Twitter? Did you tweet me or something?
you
Yeah.
have 2 followers, and Alex started following you.
Mm?
That's I'm looking up now misheard lyrics, and there's a really funny one about losing my religion. That's really fun. So the losing my religion lyrics that go before the song is that's me in the corner, that's me in the spot. Right, and a bit later on, someone says that the lyrics could be "Let's pee in the corner." I just found that really fun. It's like I can imagine Michael Stipe out there, and he's just got his dick out on stage, just peeing on people, just going, "Let's pee in the corner."
You have an imagination.
Yeah,
I thought the proper British word was knob.
I thought it was truncheon.
yeah.
Truncheon.
Oh, he's got
He's trudging out.
he's
My knob,
Eating it in his hand.
my knob touched it. and it made a soft gonging sound.
He was pissed.
That's a great pun.
Told him to put some.
Oh, there's so many brilliant ones. There's.
I'm glad we got to have a slice of Britain on our podcast.
I just love misheard lyrics. When you actually get to read them all, it's like you just look at them and just go, I get that misheard lyrics are a common thing. How do people come up with the concept of that? It's like
somebody was just not really listening and they went, did they just say what I think they said? No, they didn't, but it would be really funny if they did.
When I was a teenager, I thought the song said, come on, drink the juice, karate.
I think Rocket Man is one of the most songs with the most misheard lyrics.
I listened to Yellow and I thought they said, oh yeah, and then I found out they said, oh yeah. I went, oh.
Oh.
I thought I misheard it.
Horrible.
Yeah.
I actually think the most misheard lyrics song is probably going to be I Am the Walrus. Because people assume they're not hearing what they're hearing.
I was pretty sure they were saying I am the walrus, but that can't be right.
And what's Cuckoo Cachoo? Are they talking about someone? I don't know.
Mrs. Robinson.
We could probably leave the misheard lyrics on the top, but this one is just amazing. Correct lyrics from Metallica's Enter Sandman is dreams of war, dreams of lies, dreams of dragonfire, and of things that will bite. That's the lyrics. The misheard lyric is dreams of war, dreams of lies, dreams of dragon's fire, and baked apple pie. I don't know how on earth you've got things that will bite into apple pie, but it sounds like a way more delicious song, and I really want a piece of it.
You bring up Metallica, and I just remembered the journal that Noobs put up on Rooster Teeth yesterday, I think, where it was the horrible snare drum sound that somebody dubbed over a Metallica song. And you get about 5 seconds in, you're like, this isn't so bad. About 10 seconds, and you're like, I can't listen to this anymore.
But then at 23 seconds, you're back.
No, I turned it off. And then like an hour later, it was trending on Facebook. It was pretty bad. Stuart, Community 101.
Yep.
First off, before we wrap up, what is your current backlog of guests looking like?
Honestly, the one that I've got that's meant to come out this week. However, due to what I've got going this week, it's it's most likely not going to happen due to other schedules. It's going to be Elo Zelda back for the second time. She was actually first on the show around January last year, which was really cool because January was like a really good month for Community 101 because it went Jen, then it went Actual Matt, then it went Jeremy. But a lot has happened since then. Like she went to Steve, so I was like, "Oh, cool! You want to come on the podcast and you can talk about it?" And we had a really good time. And then after that, no one. Well, I've got like 10 potential guests, but because almost every single one of them is in America, and I'm working a lot of hours next week, I'm like, I can't really do the late night. Can you record early? And they're like, no. And I'm like, Smeg.
You're off the list.
Yeah, I'm like, we'll have to postpone you till a future date. Can we get the guy with the pole to drag him off the stage now?
He needs a gaffer.
He needs a gaffer. He does, or he needs to go up some apples and pears. He does, and go up and go night night.
Biting apple pie.
I don't know how to feel about all this.
Apples and pears is Cockney rhyme and slang for stairs. So,
are you a hoopty frood that knows where his towel is?
Nice.
Warple blade went snicker snack.
No, that's not at all what we were talking about.
I thought we were just citing poetry.
Are we?
Aren't we?
Snicker snack. Put a chocolate bar in your lunch pack.
Ode to a piece of putty I found in my armpit one midsummer's eve.
Well, I guess I'm just not as well read as you, Joseph.
Is any man as well read as well read?
Well read. Well read.
Fun fact, ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be a Looney Tunes guy. I'm gonna be playing Elmer Fudd.
Oh.
I thought I wed it.
Nailed it.
Any well wed. I wed a book.
I thought I wed it.
Okay, let's move on. I make it a point when we have a guest on to plug their social media and wherever it is that their product is. So why don't you give us the applicable links to Community 101? I actually like how that, because it's applicable. I prefer that, actually. Give us the applicable links to your YouTube and everything else, your social media, your Rooster Teeth profile.
I would happily do that. So if you want to come chat about possibly being a guest on the show, the only requirements you need to be a guest, by the way, is you need to have a mic of some stature. Believe me, people have used their internal laptop mics, it's fine. Audacity and Skype, so you can record your own stuff and then send it to me. You can find me on roosterteeth.com/masshalogear. Hi, come spark up a conversation. You can find me on the tweets at masshalogear. And then on YouTube, by the way, I don't stray too far from names, it's masshalogear91. It's pretty. Just type Masshalogear into Google, and trust me, you can probably find every social link dump you need. But yeah, all those sites is where you can find me. I'm everywhere.
So we still get to somewhat continue the idea of odd numbers in names.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, now we got 91.
We were just talking about that with Jack's YouTube account. We were just talking about that yesterday because Jack can't get the vanity URL for his name, so it's like monkey with an I, like 2552.
That was his old gamer tag, I believe.
Yeah, and it's. I was telling Tristan yesterday while we were playing Minecraft, I was like, if I were Jack, I would find anything but that. Any vanity URL. Like,
maybe he liked monkeys.
Like Beard Fassé or something like that, or Katie's husband, anything.
It would be a case of you could always type like Jack's crummy beard. He's got to have a crumbs in there, right? There's got to be a crumb in his beard. And it'll be like, he would be combing his beard one day. And he's like, "Oh, Warburton's bread. Oh, it's still good.
No,
hey, Katie, Katie, I can."
You need to go back and listen to episode 2 of our podcast.
Yeah,
where we talked about beards and food.
Beards don't work that way.
No, they don't work that way.
Oh, beards.
Alex takes our word for it, but
he does.
Hey, I have something going, but it's not really working out.
Honestly, so. It brings balance to the podcast because we got 2 members with a beard and 2 members without. Not for lack of trying on Haley's part.
I've been waiting to say this on the podcast, but I'm actually in the process of trimming my beard. Not like as I'm talking, but like every few weeks, I take off about an inch.
He's sitting in front of his microphone trimming his beard.
Oh, I gapped it.
He blipped it.
The best thing is, I want to see if I can find I'm going to find a picture for you guys. You can put this up on the video if you want. Hang on, let me see if I can find a picture. You're going to have to believe this facial hair. Let's see if I can find it.
Is it one that makes you look a lot like Steve Buscemi?
Yes, I'm trying to find a picture. It's me when I went side by side to a picture of Steve Buscemi. There you go. Take a look at this, guys.
You're like a child that walks in on the middle of the conversation.
There you go.
You're out of your element.
There's a picture in your.
Actually, I'm not allowed to say that to you. I'm actually the dude. So who is going to?
I'm Mr. Pink, so...
No, you're Steve Buscemi.
You're out of your element, Stuart.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Thank you. Tristan's the only one who cares about the rules. Margaret Zero!
Am I the only one who gives a darn about the rules?
You're out of line!
All right, let's wrap this up. I can't stop staring at that picture you sent us.
You can't wave your truncheon around at the bowling alley.
Now that's a wholly different meaning in my mind now.
No matter how heavy the balls, you can only hit over so many pins.
That's a lesson to live by.
Goodness gracious!
Before we say goodnight, and it's only goodnight for you because we're recording early for you for your benefit. We keep making references to something that has not been released, although we did give you, before we recorded, a link to a short preview of our Minecraft videos.
You got a pre-screening.
It was amazing.
Midnight showing. Actually, it is about midnight in England now, isn't it?
I've got about 50 minutes to go. Close.
So you liked the preview?
I was really funny.
And we're going to be uploading our Minecraft stuff very soon. We're going to record some more stuff, but the first video was a tour of Tristan's server, and hopefully we can tell more information to our listeners as things progress. Okay, Stuart, it is your job, since you're the guest, to play us out and say goodnight to the audience.
Have a very good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for listening to another episode of the Player 4 podcast, and now these awesome guys will see you another time.
Yay!
Yay! Goodbye, everyone.
Good night, Caboose.
Good night.
Give us your best impression of an American accent.
Which accent do you want? Like a Maine accent or a Texan? Can I do an Elvis impression?
Oh yeah, do Elvis.
An Elvis accent would be kind of like whatever little thing that I do, man, I'm gonna be caught up on you. My name's Elvis, and I'm from Tennessee. You know, that type of thing.
Oh my God, that's really
wow.
good. That is awesome.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Elvis. Did they really call you the king to your face?
Mr. Elvis.